Usually the first day of class is a tough practice. How was it today?
Oh man, maybe it's my my preconceived ideas of what that day is like, but didn't feel like we had the energy you need to be a great football team today for sure. Now we got some good work done, but there's no doubt that this is the first day that they've had early morning study hall classes, tutoring, meetings, practice, weights. We had weights this morning also, so it's a work day for sure, and we've got to get them accustomed to doing that and doing it with great demeanor and attitude, and hopefully we can handle the next Tuesday better than we did today.
Can you kind of tell that it's time to get to a game, time to play again?
Yeah, it's probably more for the coaches than it is the players. It's so hard to judge kind of where you're at right now. You can some positions, you know that are easier to judge than others. But how you going to play live when somebody's giving you different looks, moving around, stemming, all the things that happen in the course of a game. It's much easier to sit there and script a practice script and know what you're running against, what look you're going to get, but that's not the way a game is played. So I think everyone, after 2.5 weeks of camp, I asked our coaches earlier this week if they thought I should be the first coach to do away with fall camp. We are the Rebels, so maybe I'll consider that. I wonder sometimes, we probably could get the same thing done if we just brought them up here from 2 to 6 every day and studied and practiced. I don't know.
Give us a little evaluation of the 2.5 weeks, though. We hadn't talked to you.
Oh, real pleased. I
Sorry.
I thought our team was. You hate the nagging injuries that you get, but when you're going that much and through the course of 2.5 weeks with very little break, you're just going to have them, and we're certainly no exception to that. And but as far as the kids responding and handling the challenges of raising the level of expectations and throughout the course of the 2.5 weeks of camp, I was real pleased and loved. We did a little something different this year with our commitment service, and it was player led, and it was really a good deal. And so I'm happy. Today was flat.
Where are you health-wise as a team? Anybody worried about?
Rod is going to be fine. It looks like, but he's probably a couple weeks away. Connor, we're holding out, but I think it's going to be fine. He did some running today, as did Kalo. Both are just kind of day to day, but and Jeremy Liggins. I think that's those 4 are the ones that we're just we expect to get all 4 back. The other 3 quicker than Rod's still probably a couple weeks away.
What's Tony dealing with?
Just a knee. He hyperextended his knee.
Was Willie Hilder out there?
Willie's dealing with a concussion. I forgot him. We're in. He started the comeback trail today. I think he did everything successfully today in the first step of recovering from that.
Did the weekend change anything with your quarterbacks?
No, I still have the gut feel. I think if this week, I told them all today, if this week confirms what I've kind of feeling in my gut, probably next week we'll name who's going to start it. But it just means they're going to start the game. Ultimately, how they do in the game is going to be the biggest test. It'd be hard to ignore if someone goes in and goes 3 for 3 with 3 drives that result in points. And I still think all 3 will have their opportunity.
If y'all played today, do you know who would start at center and the 2 guard spots?
I do. If we played today, Robert Conyers and Justin Bell and Javon Patterson.
How close is Aaron to coming back?
This is a big week for Aaron. I'm so glad he's back, but we hadn't seen enough to say it's time to jump him in front of somebody. But we certainly know he's a senior and he's played in a lot of games. But there's got to be some time for him. I don't know that he could play more than 20, 30 plays right now and do it with great tempo. So this is a big week to kind of see where he is in the spectrum, but we're really glad he's back.
How has he looked, the knee, and just moving?
It looks good. He's A little rusty. Looks good in the run game. A little rusty in the pass pro.
What has Robert done, Conyers, to kind of take over that spot at
He
center?
just, now Ben's going to play too. It's kind of 1A, 1B, so it's not that big of a separation between them. He's just a little longer, and seems to have separated himself just a little. But man, we need them both for sure.
Christian Morris's body looks different. Has he taken a next step to possibly contributing?
His body is changing for the better. Paul's done a good job with those kids. A lot of them have changed their bodies, and we're going to need those two deep guys. Y'all know that. So yeah, he's closer to contributing. Whether he's ready or not, it kind of remains to be seen. He is better than he was in spring, and he's working hard. How he'll handle it when it gets live, we'll see. But he'll have his chance for sure.
Coming out of spring, there was a little, not really apprehension, but you said that C.J. Johnson wasn't quite a finished product. Has he become a finished product at middle linebacker?
I don't think we can tell that until we play, and you start throwing different recognition sets at him and motions and all the things that middle linebacker is going to have to check and get set. I just don't know that we'll be able to say that until I know he's extremely good when you blitz him, and I'm not sure exactly what he's going to be when we just line up and play base. We're going to have to find that out.
Hugh, Chief Brown was telling us that he was playing 3 different positions in the secondary. Can you talk about him a little bit, where you think he's most valuable?
Yeah, we think he is. He's very valuable because he knows all three. He's playing the rover and the husky and the safety position for us, and it's kind of exactly what you want in a senior guy that can learn all of those, and that becomes very invaluable to you. He's extremely valuable because he can do that. And when you start having a few injuries, you know that you have a guy that you can juggle around. Collins Moore's kind of the same way and Cody Core on offense. Man, those guys can play any of those spots. They've been around this system for a while, so Chief's very valuable to us.
Kind of on that same note, a lot of questions about those two new corners and Tony. What kind of camp has Trey been having?
Has Trey Elston?
Yeah.
Oh, solid. Yeah, he's kind of he's the guy that's making all the calls back there and getting us on the right page. He's had a few, just like all have, a few mentals here and there, but I love his communication. He's a confident guy. You can tell he's experienced, and you see him talking to those other guys, Red and Hilton and everybody back there, and the two twins. This is what we should have done a little different. He's leading well.
Has anybody kind of stepped out and been a pleasant surprise on either side of the ball so far?
Yeah, there's a lot of pleasant. I don't know if I call them surprises. Sure. Because I had most of those guys in spring, and it's not like we're playing a bunch of newcomers right now. Van Jefferson is going to be really, really good, and it remains to be seen if we're going to play him this year or not. He's good enough to. So is Lodge, but Van's really stood out to me in the way he route runs, and and I think Alex Givens is going to be a really good offensive lineman. I hope he can redshirt. I think Dawson Knox has had a great camp. He's been a big surprise. He's an athletic kid and going to be a big kid, but needs a year to get ready. And so there's been a few of those, but you're not depending on as many as we have in the past.